Hey Rocketeers, 2020 has been a tough year for all, but the good news is that a brand new ShowCockpit release is out, just in time to kick off the new year to a great start. But before we get into the new features, let's wrap up 2020 first. Since ShowCockpit was launched back in 2018, we've had thousands of license registrations in more than 80 countries. It is truly inspiring to see so many different uses for ShowCockpit and reassuring it as the #1 Swiss Army knife software for show control and integration. With applications ranging from remote joystick-controlled follow spot systems to integrated control of audio, video, lighting and effects, with off-the-shelf plug-and-play devices and even custom-made controllers, we are always amazed with the cockpits you come up with. We launched ShowCockpit Academy, a free and public knowledge base of use cases and dedicated tutorials to common integration challenges that can be tackled with ShowCockpit. We have also launched a professional service to work directly with customers in software projects to suit their needs. ShowCockpit has provided a reliable way to ignite their ideas to life and make them sparkle. Finally, we have partnered with major brands and companies in the industry along this journey. A special thanks to all the brands that have collaborated directly and indirectly with us so far. Now, enough of the past, let's jump into the surprises we have been preparing for you. This is the official launch of ShowCockpit version 4. This release is packed with features driven by your feedback, so thanks to everyone who contributed with ideas for this new version. The first thing you will notice in ShowCockpit V4 is that you can add elements in a 2D layout. This layout allows you to visually inspect connections between elements and also how the signals flow between them. You'll also be able to show relevant information right there in the layout view. Things like timecode display, counters, timers and the like, so that you can have a global status of your setup. Right-clicking a connection between two elements will give you a few options, such as clear, edit and a new debug option. This debug option pops up a new window that only shows data regarding that link. And aren't you tired of having to remember where the drivers are in the Add menu? Yeah, me too. So I'm sure you'll appreciate the new search functionality. Simply click Add and start typing the name of the driver you want to add. On the bottom right corner of the application, you will now see information regarding the latest trigger and how long ago was it triggered. Another new highly requested feature we have implemented is the built-in element pages. No more cumbersome ways to manage pages. This is now native, available on all drivers and is bound to the element controls, meaning that every page of controls can have a different set of function assignments. Mapping element A to element B is now as simple as dragging a new link between these two elements. You will be brought to the familiar mapping screen with these two elements pre-selected for you. The mapping screen on V4 also had a facelift. All elements can now be mapped to the functions Enable Element, Disable Element and Change Element pages. They all do exactly what you expect. When you select a function from the list, you will get a visualization of control types that can be mapped to that function. These types can be faders, buttons, encoders, axes, MIDI data, DMX data, timecode data, and more. And each of those will have a different icon. That can be visually matched with the icons shown on the control side on the right. Now, some devices have huge lists of controls to be mapped, which are sometimes hard to find, and that's why we added this new layout tab. It's a visual way to map the device controls in a way that resembles the physical device layout. Regarding specific drivers, along with a few bug fixes, we have included a renovated UI for the generic MIDI and the generic OSC drivers. It is also now possible to import and export generic MIDI mappings so they are easier to share between different ShowCockpit projects. We are also including new drivers along this version, but we will be posting more on this later in our social media channels. And speaking of those, don't forget to follow us right now on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. That's the best way to stay tuned, and although you have no idea what's coming, I can tell you more now, but I assure you, you don't want to miss it. If you're new to ShowCockpit, feel free to join our awesome user community at Facebook too. That's all for now, thanks for watching and have fun trying out this new version. See you on the next video.